This is the last year that you create a vision board that sits in your closet and collects dust all year. This year, we're making a vision board that actually works to inspire you and motivate you and keep you on track to achieve your goals. Because we're not just creating a vision board, we are also creating a bingo card that goes along with it. I heard about this idea on TikTok and I think it is such a cute idea. So this is actually going to be my first time ever doing a bingo card. So we'll be doing it together. But before you actually create the vision board and the bingo card for 2025, you first need to reflect on 2024 and set some goals for yourself. So if you haven't done that yet, you can watch this video first where I walk you through that entire process, and then you can come back to this video. This is the 9th video of my Glowmas series where I am helping you glow from the inside out in preparation for the new year. I've linked the playlist down below in the description box so you can watch the previous videos that I posted. And if you like these kinds of videos, definitely make sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the little notification bell. And without further ado, let's get into it. So before we get into the actual creation process of the vision board, why should you actually create one? So I think we all know that visualization is so important in achieving your goals, but I actually want to offer you another perspective to why vision boards are so important. I think one of the reasons a vision board is so helpful is because it helps you gain clarity on your vision. Just the whole process of creating a vision board allows you to figure out what it is that you even want, and then create very specific goals, and then look for images that align with those goals. And then this vision board acts as like a visual reminder constantly of this vision that you want for yourself. And the reason I think that's so important is because in this day and age, we are overwhelmed with choices. There is so much that you can do, and it is really exciting, honestly, that we live in this day and age where we can do so much, especially with the internet. Like, there are so many career options, so many different ways of living and different ways of being. And although it's so exciting and beautiful, it can also be overwhelming because then you're like, what do I choose? Or you go on social media and you see all of these people living these different lives and doing these different things for their careers. And then you start to get shiny object syndrome where you're like, oh, I want to try this. I want to try that. I want to try this. And I think it's great to like try everything. And that's what I've spent a majority of my 20s doing, honestly, is exploring all these different passions of mine and allowing myself to try these different things out. But at a certain point, once you decide, okay, this is what I want for myself, this is a life that I'm creating for myself, you don't want to constantly be getting sucked in by shiny object syndrome. And instead, you want to keep sight of your vision and what you truly want for yourself. So having like this visual that acts as like an overarching vision for your life, or in this instance, we're talking about 2025, this kind of acts as like your guiding compass, like it guides you throughout the year. So that whenever you have those moments of like, oh, I see this person is doing this, maybe I should try that, maybe I should do that instead, this path isn't working for me, you can go to your vision board and reconnect with those images that you put on there and the emotions that they bring up within you. It's such an emotional process, like creating a vision board, finding these images that align with the goals and like the life that you want to create for yourself. It is such a powerful and beautiful process, and that's why I love doing it every single year. Also, having your dreams and your goals visually represented makes them feel more real and achievable. A vision board turns abstract goals into something that you can see and connect with every day, because we are visual creatures. And the act of creating a vision board allows you to emotionally connect with your goals. It's no longer just about what your goal is, but the why behind it. And this emotional connection drives persistence and resilience, and it drives you on the difficult days. Also, I just think the whole process of creating a vision board is so empowering. It's almost like a declaration that you are clearly deciding and stating out loud and affirming, I am choosing this, I am ready for this, I am creating this for myself. It sets the tone for the year and it allows you to build excitement for what's possible. So now that I've convinced you to create a vision board, now let's get started. So before you actually start on the creation process, you want to figure out your goals. Like I said, I created a whole video diving deep into the reflection and the goal setting process for 2025. But basically, you're going to want to list out the core areas that you're going to focus on in 2025. So whether that's your health and fitness, or your finances, or your relationships, or your career, whatever it is, I would say choose anywhere from 3 to 5. And then you're gonna set SMART goals. So like I said in the previous video, I broke down how to create a SMART goal, so you can go back and watch that one. But you're gonna set SMART goals for each of these core areas of your life. So you should have anywhere from 3 to 5 big goals for 2025. And when I say big goals, I don't mean like these huge, like big, lofty goals that feel super unattainable. You definitely wanna make sure that they're realistic while still stretching yourself. A little bit of a stretch. But making sure that it's realistic for 2025. Like for example, in 2024, I set the goal to hit 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, and I think I was at 3,000, or not even, I think I was at like 1,000 when I first started the year. So like that is obviously a huge jump. Had I had set the goal to hit 10,000 subscribers, then I would have achieved that goal because I've surpassed it. I'm already almost at 13,000, which is really exciting. Thank you so much for subscribing. But you want to make sure that it's realistic with a little bit of a stretch. Okay, so now that you have your 3 to 5 goals, you're going to go on Pinterest and start to look up images to kind of align with each of these goals. So something that I love doing on Pinterest is putting whatever the word is and then aesthetic. So fitness aesthetic, or content creator aesthetic, or business aesthetic, career aesthetic. I just feel like it comes up with a lot more aesthetic pictures. And you want to choose images that inspire you and that are beautiful to look at. You like looking at these images. And I would say avoid images that have people in them, especially people that you don't look like. If you're going to have images of other people on there, maybe choose it from like a certain perspective to where it looks like it could be you. Like for example, somebody's shoes or somebody's hand holding something. Or if you want, you could even Photoshop yourself onto their body if that's what you want to do. But I would say for the most part, just avoid having people on there, especially like I said, when they don't look like you. Okay, so after you have all of your images downloaded, you're gonna open up Canva and create a design and then custom size. And I like to do 1260 by 700 pixels. So that is a good size for a vision board. And you can do this one of two ways. If you want, you could go into elements and then scroll down to grids, and you can look for all these different collages. That's like a quicker way to do it. If you don't want to like do it yourself, you can just click like a grid and then plug in the pictures that way. Or you could just add the images and just start putting them onto the blank canvas, like however you want it to look. I also like to split up the vision board into sections. So let's say your core areas are health, relationships, finance, and career. Having them each have their own section. So on the top left, health, bottom left, finances, career, so on and so forth. And also when you're pulling images, make sure that your images are inspiring, but that they feel attainable. So for example, if you're living in a studio apartment and you are struggling to make ends meet, you're living paycheck to paycheck, maybe don't put pictures of a mansion on your vision board or something that just feels so far out, especially because we're creating a 2025 vision board. If you wanted to create like a life vision board for yourself, then definitely go crazy, add a mansion, add whatever it is that you want in there. But if it's just for 2025, maybe just add a 1-bedroom apartment or some new furniture that you want to get for your studio apartment. Like, think about the next step rather than 10 steps from now, so that when you look at it, it feels attainable, it feels exciting rather than discouraging. And then once you have your vision board created on Canva, I always like to get mine printed and laminated either at Office Depot or Staples. I just think it makes it so much fun, and then I like to hang it up right by my bed or where I do my makeup. Last year I actually put it in my bathroom because I figured that is a place that I'm in every single day. I actually created 2 vision boards last year. I put one on one wall and then the other on the other wall where I like wash my face and stuff. So then every morning whenever I'd be washing my face, I would just look over at my vision board. So I would say put it somewhere that you'll see it every single day. And if you don't want to go through this whole process of creating it on Canva and you want to actually do it physically, that's what I did last year. So that was actually fun too, because doing things like with your hands also really makes you feel like more connected to like what you're creating. So what I did last year was I actually got all of my images printed. I think I used Vistaprint because it was a lot cheaper. I think it was like $10 or something like that. And it got delivered to me. And then I bought like a whiteboard from the dollar store and I just glued on all of my images to my vision board. And that was fun. That felt like a vibe. I didn't end up doing that though until like February, because by the time everything came in and I actually had the time to do it, it was February at that point. But it was kind of nice, honestly, to do it in February because it like reconnected with me with the goals that I created in January. So that is an option. Or you could just keep it simple, like I said, and create it on Canva and then get it printed and laminated. That's an easy and fun way to do it still. But if you're somebody who really likes using your hands, then printing things out. Or you could even go old school and get a bunch of magazines and just random little cutouts here and there and then create it that way. I don't really like to do that because I like having very specific images on my vision board, and so that's why I think getting them from Pinterest or Google or wherever else you want to get your images really allows you to choose the specific images that you want to put on your vision board. Okay, so now that we created our vision board, the next step is we're going to create a bingo card. So like I said, I've seen this all over TikTok and I think it's such a cute idea. I've never done it before, but this is going to be the first time I'm doing this. So essentially the way it works is it's a bingo card. Like it just looks like a normal bingo card, except on the bingo card is all the different things that you want to do this year. Different things that you can put on there are like smaller things, like for example, go to a networking event, hire a photographer for a branded photo shoot, or go on 10 dates. You know, smaller things that you will achieve throughout the year. Like I wouldn't say to put your big goals on the bingo card because you want to actually go through the year like checking off these things, and once you hit bingo, that's when you reward yourself. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to do is decide on your action items. So think about your core areas, think about your big goals, and then start to think about the smaller action items that will help you achieve those goals. So for example, if one of your goals is health and fitness related, maybe one of your action items is signing up for a gym or going to a reformer Pilates class, something that you've never done before. I wouldn't do things that are like consistent in your routine. So I wouldn't put on there like go to the gym 4 times a week, because you want it to be something that you can actually mark off, like something that actually has like an end date. And you definitely want to make them super specific. So even one that I'm probably going to put on mine is finish 75 hard, because that's very specific and I can check that off in February. For finances, your bingo card action items could be save $500 or pay down 10% of my debt. Okay, so once you have all of your action items listed out, you're gonna open up Canva again, but this time what we're gonna do is we're just gonna simplify it and we're gonna create from a template. So you're just gonna go into the Canva templates and you're gonna type in bingo card. And then you can kind of look through the templates, see which one you like, and just choose whichever one fits your vibe. And you can always like change the colors and the fonts and everything. So you're gonna customize this template, and then you're just gonna go ahead and just customize it. Change the colors, change the fonts, and then start adding in all of the action items that you want on your bingo card. And then once you have all of that created, you can do the same thing as you did with your vision board and get it printed and even laminated too. That would be fun. And that's pretty much it. Now you have your vision board and you also have your bingo card. And I think that it's just a cute and fun idea to kind of like gamify the process. Like instead of just having this vision board that is like a visual representation of your goals, you also have like this fun little bingo card that you get to mark off your goals throughout the year. And the rewards can be as little or as big as you want. So for me, I'm probably gonna go big, honestly, with my rewards. So once I hit bingo, I'll probably treat myself to a spa day or treat myself to like a resort day pass, like just really celebrate myself, maybe take myself out to a nice dinner, something that just really allows me to celebrate myself. And I'm just really excited because I've never done this before and I feel like it's gonna be so fun. So I really recommend doing it with me. But I think that's pretty much gonna be it. I'm so excited for you to go through this whole process, create your vision board, create your bingo card. And I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment down below with a heart, and maybe you can even share one of your goals or one of your action items for 2025. That would be so much fun. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.